throughout this year's playoffs have had five, that's right, 5 different leading scorers. That's a very impressive statistic to comb over. I mean, we're talking, that's Kevin Garnett one game, that's Rajon Rondo another game, that's Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and now Glenn Davis. And not to mention, on top of him leading the way yesterday, Big Baby Davis, they had a total of 6 guys in double figures. 6 guys! I mean, this is a balanced offensive attack, and the defense they're playing, I mean, we can't say enough about it. It's defense that just makes any coach say, wow, that is unbelievable, unless if it's the opposing team's coach. One of the best, I mean, I love the commentator crew that we've had. We have Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and Mike Breen. Van Gundy is probably one of the best commentators that I've heard in a long time. He is outstanding. He brings animation, he's funny, he's very smart, he knows the game, and he speaks whatever's on his mind. And I like Jackson as well. Jackson really gives a lot of great insight, and the two of those guys can't get over the defense that's being played, and it shows that they know what's going on. Mark Jackson's played in his NBA Finals. Van Gundy's coached teams to the Finals. Van Gundy's been a very good coach for a while, and these guys know what the championship defense looks like, and they've been marveling at what the Boston Celtics have been doing. So I think that says it all. And it's just really been just an amazing thing to take in as a fan and just as a basketball connoisseur to see what exactly has been happening with these Boston Celtics. All right, well, let's stay on the phone lines now. I see that my callers have tuned back in, so the technical difficulties didn't ward off too many people. That's very good. We are now going to jump to a caller from the 781 area code by way of 346. 781, this is the Dell Report, and the stage is yours. Let's go.
Yeah, hello, Josh. Listen, just quickly, I definitely want to see the Celtics win it tonight because I hate to see them take another trip back to Orlando. That would be, an inconvenience. Go one more game even. I doubt if it would come back to Boston again, but just so they don't have to make another trip, I really want to see this game end tonight. Because the Lakers, if they go up 3-1, they're coming back to LA. So, it really would be the same thing. And both teams will have the same cooling off period. I almost don't want to see the Lakers go to a 7 games where the Celtics would be as good as they're playing. I don't want them waiting that long to play again. Where they're just going so good. I just want to see it keep going. What do you think? Would you rather see the Lakers extended or have a quick series?
Well, that's a very good point that you raised, because as I was listening to one of the earlier Boston sports radio shows, I believe it was Tony Maserati of 98.5's The Sports Sub, who he came across the same argument. He said, the Celtics are playing so good right now, they're on such a roll, that why would you want to see them have any more of an extended period off? You almost want to see this Lakers series end quicker than it should, as quickly as it should, and therefore we can get the games underway. Now, his co-host, Michael Felger, disagreed, saying, listen, what's the difference? It's either 5 days or 8 days. This Celtics team knows what's going on. They're older. They can use the rest. So he presented the argument from both sides. Now I will present you with my side. Okay, it's a little bit of both. Clearly, I want to see the Celtics. They're rolling right now, so you don't want to see them, I guess, take too much time off. But at the same time, I think they're just in such a zone right now. And any kind of rest, I think, would still benefit them more than hurt them, because they are veterans. It'll be able to rest any bumps and bruises that they have. Kendrick Perkins has been playing like a warrior, but his knees are a little sore. Any rest would be good. So I really don't think it would throw too much of a wrench into their game. And if anything, yeah, the Lakers would be in rhythm, but they've had their share of boo-boos and injuries, and they would be pushed to the limit if that series were to go far. So, quite honestly, whatever happens, happens. I think the Celtics will be ready to go either way, and you can still make a positive that if the Lakers have to go deep, then that's going to expand more energy from their part. Kobe Bryant's been playing great, but he's been plagued with back spasms throughout the season. You're not going to see it let it become too much of an issue. The guy's very tough. He's a tremendous competitor, and he's going to keep playing. But what about Andrew Bynum? This is a guy that's playing with a partial tear in his MCL. I mean, how's that going to bode for if that series is to extend? Which I don't know if it will. I mean, the Suns did win their game yesterday, and they're going to have Game 4 out in the desert. And Phoenix has been very tough at home. But at the end of the day, I still think the Lakers finish that thing in 5, no more than 6 games. It's probably going to be 5 games, but we'll see what happens. I'm okay with it, though. My Celtics will be ready to go, so I think it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you're probably right. If it goes 6, it's probably a good thing for the Celtics. Get a little more wear and tear on the Lakers, who, again, I feel like, the Celtics will take care of the Lakers. But I know the Lakers are good. They're a better team than they were 2 years ago. And they'll be tough. But I definitely like the Celtics' chances. But, yeah, either way, it looks good to me. I just hope that the Celtics can end it tonight because, again, I don't want them flying back down to Orlando. I got to figure that Orlando has at least one game in them. I mean, I think, they got to put up a fight at least once. And I just hope that the Celtics are up to the task of burying them. But I think they are. So hopefully that'll be the case tonight.
I agree. I mean, you got to think that unless if this team really has raised the white flag and they've totally quit, which could be, I would think that the Magic are going to show up. This was, we never thought in our wildest imaginations that this would be a sweep anyway. I think people in Boston were figuring that would win the series, but, 6, possibly 7 games, things have turned a lot differently than we all had expected. We get that. But still, it is tough to sweep a team, and it's okay to beat a team in 5 games. I totally agree with you that I would like to see it end tonight. I don't want to see them make a trip they don't have to make, and it would be nice to just close this thing out. But, I don't know if it's going to be that easy. I really don't. Unless if the Magic really don't have any kind of testicular fortitude whatsoever and they just don't show up. If that's the case, then, yeah, I guess the Celtics will blow them out once again. But I see this game, it's probably going to be a close game. Celtics are going to have to play well. They may very well play well. This is a Celtics team that is truly focused, and they don't seem like they're going to let up. But I wrote in my blog today, and you almost have to have some sort of a letdown, don't you? Isn't it almost human to have, like, a little bit of a letdown? They're up 3-0. They just absolutely smashed this team Saturday night. Would that be even like an unrealistic thing for them to have somewhat of a letdown?